Okay, so some guys made over $1 million today in one trading session with 30 market moves. So, guys, you probably noticed we've been busy trading. I haven't been posting any material. I haven't been posting any explanations what's happening with the market. Okay, but this trade here is really worthy of an explanation. As a matter of fact, this weekend I'll have some time. I'll record 5-6 videos, maybe 4 or 5. Explaining some subjects, because with Trump, markets are fun. I mean, you know, there's always something stupid that's going on that you really should be taking advantage of as a trader. And I mean, this is something to look forward to. So if you're tired of seeing your account not moving, like, this is something for you to get excited about. So the first thing I want to explain is this trade. Okay, that would have made you an insane amount of money today if you were signed up to trade with 30 market moves. All you got to do is go to 30mtv.com and sign up and trade with a coach. Guys, this is the trade. This is not the first time I'm talking about it, but it's always, when it comes to trading, it's about entries, exits, entries, exits, entries, exits. And some of you may be puzzled, well, how the fuck can you make so much money on a day like today? Nothing was moving. Says a guy who's buying calls because, he's brainwashed. Oh, things are just going to go fucking higher. I mean, this is a bull market. This is the roaring 20s. One fucking analyst says. Fucking clueless. People are clueless. So, not only do you have a magnificent opportunity to trade, but specifically if you're trading options, you've got to understand the market conditions. Like, it appears like the market doesn't move. Well, it didn't move up by 500 points up or down, but the opportunity on options was absolutely phenomenal. Why? Because you got to look at how much you're paying for shit versus how much you're selling the shit for. Okay? So basically, the market is not moving, but, people are so complacent that options, premiums are nothing. They're really, like, we have not seen options premiums this dirt cheap. And so clearly when you're buying something for pennies, okay, it does not take a big move for you to be up 10, 20, 50x, within the same trading session. And today we had an opportunity to be up 70x, 80x, guys, on a trade that literally happened in the last hour, 2 hours of the trading session. And that's MSdr, guys. MSdr. Let's just address some of the stuff that's happened with MSdr. The people are just bullish on it because they're bullish on Bitcoin. I'll record a separate video on Bitcoin, guys. Bitcoin's about to fold in a way like you've never seen in your life. But without understanding that, MSdr is just in a whole area on its own when it comes to the craziness that it's doing. So it's the simple mathematics, okay? 2 + 2 equals, in this case, 34, okay? Man, you got to take this thing down. You got to short it. Okay? Now, before I break down the specifics on MSdr, I just want to point out that top informations in stocks and markets happen. The very, very characteristic you got to be paying super close attention to is the lack of volume, the absence of volume, the really light volume. When something is moving to all-time highs or double top, a triple top, a multi-top on volume that basically is completely on fumes or below fumes, it doesn't fucking exist. This is a fucking top. And so when something, especially that's total shit like MSdr, it's got a whole nother series of problems that also coincides with the market top. Like, that is the thing that could collapse 70-80% in the next 60 days. Within a blink of an eye, it's going to look like one big ass red candle going lower. Of course, it's going to be comprised over multiple days lower. But if those of you that are going to be reviewing this information on this podcast, maybe a few months from now, you're going to be like, oh my God, well, this shit just fucking collapsed. Yeah, that's how it's going to look at the chart. So what is the composition of this trade, and how could you possibly stay away as a trader from taking basically like a gift of a lifetime? So let me break this down. Okay, MSDR. Michael Saylor, you gotta love the guy, you know? Like, what do you do when you wake up every morning? You buy Bitcoin, man, because what do you think it's gonna do? It's gonna go fucking higher. What do you think I'm doing when I'm brushing my teeth? I'm buying Bitcoin. What do you think I do when I'm sitting on the toilet? I'm buying Bitcoin, man. I'm selling bonds. I'm selling fucking bonds, and I'm putting all the money in fucking Bitcoin. Okay, until you reach a point when nobody wants to buy your fucking bonds. Like, that seems to be never a part of the calculation. When you listen to Saylor, the guy's got like all these fancy motherfucking terms. The treasury. We are the Bitcoin fucking treasury. Wow. Fuck, man. You are Bitcoin enthusiast, which I highly respect, but goddamn, can you do the simple math? Let's eliminate all the hype terms, and let's get realistic for a motherfucking second. You have a company that don't generate basically shit as far as the principal of business, okay? You go and you use the markets to borrow the fuck as much as you can. And when you come to a point where you can no longer, you've sold bonds to everybody you could to buy Bitcoin. Now you're at a fucking point where you're like, oh my God, well, shit, what can we do? We cannot sell bonds anymore. Nobody fucking wants to buy them. The appetite is down. I guess we've hit everyone that wanted to buy the shit out of those zero coupon bonds that you cannot cash out on until the stock goes to 680. Okay, now, there's probably a lot of lawsuits that are going to be hitting Michael Saylor. Unfortunately, because, well, fuck, he forgot to tell the people that were buying the bonds that he was going to sell like a shitload more shares to dilute the shares, which basically it makes it almost impossible for shares of MicroStrategy to hit 680 if he keeps diluting the shares. If every month he keeps issuing more shares, basically is what the notice was just a few days ago on the 21st of January, 2025. He said, look, man, we need to sell more shares. Man, we got to sell. We got to sell MSDR shares so we can do what? Well, fucking buy more Bitcoin. Now, the crazy part of this, okay, the 2 plus 2 does not add up for the bondholders, and here's already he's facing a situation where he's got to pay out $1 billion to people. They're like, man, what the fuck just happened? You sold us the bonds, okay? We agreed to the 0% interest rate on it because we thought this shit was going to the moon, and now, okay, you're going to dilute. You're basically going to make the probability of the share price, if you're going to keep selling the shares to buy Bitcoin, you're basically going to turn that probability into like next to nothing. I would say that would be generous to say that. I would say the probability would be below zero, negative, if he keeps using the strategy that he is using now. So the strategy is, okay, he's hit everyone to sell the fucking bonds. Now nobody wants to buy the bonds. As a matter of fact, people want to get rid of the fucking bonds because they're like, God damn, now you've sold the bonds to everybody you could. Now you want to go sell the shares. And you basically want to dilute the shares to the extreme that we've never seen anyone do it on Wall Street before. And the stock still this week trades around 400 with the intrinsic value based on the Bitcoin valuation is probably more like $38. Okay? So, with the dilution that's coming up, guys, okay, combine that with the fact that he is, I mean, guys, I'm telling you, I miss a few entries and exit here and there, but damn, if there was one guy on Wall Street that misses every entry, that is Michael Saylor, the CEO of MicroStrategy. His strategy is, man, I'm going to buy high. I'm going to be the highest fucking bidder, which is exactly the opposite of like Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett's like, man, you want to be the lowest bidder, man. You want to be bidding when nobody else wants to buy. That's how you make the money. Michael Saylor's like, no, this shit's going higher. I'm selling everything. I'm fucking buying. It's going high. And so guess who ends up paying the highest price for this shit, for the Bitcoin? Michael Saylor, the highest bidder, every fucking time. Oh, we're selling bonds. I'm going all in. Fucking 105,000. Man, oh, he's going to 109. We're buying. Like, every time you look at his entry strategy, he buys high right before the shit goes lower. So, now he understands, okay, I can't sell any more bonds. The only thing we can do to buy more Bitcoin is to sell shares and dilute the hell out of shares that we got. So basically, in a filing, it's like outstanding shares of MicroStrategy around 300 million now. He files it up to 10 billion. Whoa. Dude, can you do a simple math? There's no way any bondholder that he borrowed the money from to buy Bitcoin, there's no chance they're going to be able to collect any money. That's why I'm saying lawsuits are coming. Now, on top of all this dilemma, there is an issue. Apparently with some tax liability because of the way that he's doing it. And I think it has to do with, look, his strategy is very simple. He's like, man, we're the Bitcoin treasury, Tom stand, because what he's doing is he knows he just cashed out a few billion in bonds. And what he's doing, he knows he's going to go on a crazy lunatic Bitcoin buying spree. And when you're doing that, well, what do you do? How else can you make the money? You already own a lot of MicroStrategy shares. So what you do when you know you're going to pitch the people on the fact that Bitcoin is always going high. There's zero considerations for the fact that Bitcoin can drop, even though it's got high, I don't know, Bitcoin out of anything, like it's got the highest predictability ratio, the fact that it is going to drop, and it is going to drop anywhere from 30 to 50%, possibly 70% at some moments, and it does it consistently every fucking time within the cycle. And yet, Michael Saylor will pitch you on the idea that, no, we're buying it because it can only go higher. Whoa, I'm sorry. Okay, I guess at instances it could go down 70%, but ultimately it's going to go high. Yeah, well, there's one fucking problem with it. When you're borrowing billions of dollars and you're buying it at the highs, okay, guess what the fuck is going to happen to your shares when you're on top of everything trying to dilute the fuck out of them like nobody else done it on Wall Street, okay? And on top of that, imagine a situation where Bitcoin drops 70%, which most of the people are going to think that I'm fucking insane. But, you know, I study history and I study charts, and it happened so many fucking times. It would absolutely be delusional to say that it could never happen again. Do you know that when Bitcoin went from $100 to 20,000, we're talking about, 2015, 16, 17, people were telling me, look, Leo, okay, we know it's dropping down to 10,000 right now, but guess what, Leo? There's no fucking way, okay, you ever going to be able to buy Bitcoin below 10,000 ever again. And they're telling me that right before Bitcoin drops to 3,000. So, that sort of mentality when you're applying it to crypto, okay, sure, this shit is going to go higher. That's a given. But when you are diluting your shares and you're buying billions of dollars at the very fucking top, when every positive catalyst for Bitcoin to go higher has already been played out, and people are sitting there wondering right now, well, why isn't it going high? Well, goddamn, fucking Trump appointed this, and he's done this, and he's done that, and well, it looks so bullish, but guess what? Now we need more bullishness for Bitcoin to get even more bullish. What the fuck? It is stuck. Guess what? People are going to lose their patience. They're going to dump this shit. Okay? But the point is, He's bought all this shit, okay? Like, back in the days, he was buying millions of dollars at a lower price. So his average cost until recently has been around 40,000, maybe 45,000. But now he has added billions, between 90,000 and 108,000. So his average cost on Bitcoin probably, now I'm guesstimating this, guys. I don't know exactly, okay, what his average cost is. All I know is his average cost has recently gone up way the fuck higher than where it was before. So if Bitcoin just does its normal thing and it dips, which it is gonna dip and it is gonna fucking drop and it is gonna do it when most of the people don't expect it to do it, and it is gonna do it when most of the people are so goddamn bullish, okay? And when it's gonna be like Warren Buffett time to buy it, okay? That's when everyone's going to be bearish. Everybody's going to be like, man, well, fuck, why would you want to do that? They said it was going to be the part of the reserve. They said it was going to do this. They said, well, man, I don't believe in that shit no more. When everybody's going to be feeling like they got fucked, that was going to be the time to buy, but not now. Okay, but yet Michael Saylor's buying strategy is exactly the opposite of Warren Buffett. Buy at the fucking highs, knowing the consistency of something making magnificent fucking drops throughout its existence like clockwork. So the idea of buying Bitcoin is not bad. It's just this strategy of how you buy it is going to determine the outcome of your endeavor, whether you're going to be able to be the guy that makes fucking billions or not. And it is the very fucked up strategy of diluting the shares, okay, when recently billions of dollars were sold to bondholders on the conditions that shares have to hit 680 with the dilution that is currently in the works. It is literally fucking possible. Okay? It's like the same thing of saying, like, you know, you're a lion running for the presidency, and you're making a speech in front of a herd of sheep, and you're saying, like, hey guys, when you elect me, I'm gonna turn fucking vegetarian. Okay? That shit's got zero probability. And this is a good parallel to what's happening now. And that's why I want to spend some time explaining you exactly what's going on with gold, what's going to happen with oil, what's going to happen with technology stuff. Guys, we have bought this week an insane amount of puts on the technology sector. Now, normally by watching Trump inauguration, you would think like, well, goddamn, he's got like, dude, you're shorting the stocks of all the people that were like right there in the inauguration. Yeah. And some of them really fucked it up. I mean, you know, don't get me started on this shit. So just because the Nazi salute is done by Elon Musk, it doesn't count as a Nazi salute anymore? Get the fuck out of here. Like, Tesla is in deep fucking trouble. It is amazing that it's still trading above $410. This shit is about to collapse. Okay? So, you know, nothing changes, all right, in the history of trading. It's just people choose to ignore it. Well, because it's Elon Musk that's doing the Nazi salute, it no longer a Nazi salute. No, man. Just because the company's diluting the shit out of the shares and borrowing, like, their fucking mind all the way to Mars to buy Bitcoin that has a high probability of dropping any fucking moment, okay, that counts for a good investing strategy. Get the fuck out of here. And if other people choose to close their mind on these things, choose their eyesight and say, well, that wasn't a Nazi salute, I'm telling you, in the shares of MSDR, what's happening now, it is an absolute fucking Nazi salute. And if you choose to fucking ignore it, okay, and you're going to buy calls, you will get fucked. Shares of MSDR could drop anywhere from 50 to 80 fucking percent in not so distant future. So if you listen to anybody out there tell you, oh my God, it's a Bitcoin machine and, you know, they got this and they got that, and you listen to all the motherfucking fancy terms that, you know, sailors using, man, it sounds good if you're listening to the bullshit and you're buying into it. But if you resolve to just using simple mathematics, okay, when 2 plus 2 equals 34, that's what it is right now. I would say 2 plus 2 right now equals 400. It's going to resolve into 2 plus 2 equals 4. So what I'm saying is this shit is like 90% overvalued at the moment. So this shit could get ugly. Like, if you don't know what happens to a company that sells shares, like, go look. There's a little oil company, which, you know, we've been bullish on oil. But there's a little oil company, ticker clmt. And it decides to issue a lot of shares. Like in the last few days, it makes an announcement. It trades at 24. Now it trades to 15. So, like, okay, that's 40% drop. And we're talking about a small oil company that makes, you know, similar to Valero Energy. It converts products, like oil products. It does a lot of things in the oil conversion top business. And guys, this shit is down 40%. Like, only fucking imagine, okay, what's going to happen to MSDR shares. So for those of you that understood this, because literally if you're part of the group or if you were trading with me or coach here at 30 Market Moves, that was the trade. Every day we bought puts on that shit, okay? This week expiration, next week expiration. But it's the trade that paid out big in the last couple of hours to where it's clear, right? Okay, Bitcoin is out of juice. There's no volume. MSDR is out of juice. There's no volume. Coin is out of juice. There's no volume. It happens in a fucking day. It appears like the market is hitting double top, triple top, out of juice, no volume. Here comes the fucking reversal, and you haven't even seen the beginning of it yet. So, there's your basic explanation, okay? The math does not work on MSDR. It's a $38 stock at best that now trades. I mean, this morning was trading close to 400. It finished today at 350, and it was a 70x trade in certain strikes, depending on your entry and exit with today's expirations. Not to say that you're going to be able to catch 70, 80x next week expiration, but those puts are going to make a shitload of money. And that's why you come and trade with 30 Market Moves, where we talk real shit about trading. Okay, the real truth about trading, guys. You want to know that? You come trade with 30 Market Moves Coach. You can sign up to do that at 13mmtv.com, 13marketmoves.com. Don't miss the next 70, 80x trade. Let's fucking roll.